In this video, I started a first-generation farm with nothing but a bank loan and a pickup truck. So now I have the challenge of building a profitable farm from scratch. Will I go broke or will I make it big? Stay tuned to find out. And if you guys enjoy content like this and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe and dropping a like helps too. Anyway, let's go build a farm. Well, another day, another dollar back out here on the first generation farm, and we got a pretty big trailer full of logs, and pretty big logs no less, and that is from cleaning out this big chunk of property right here. We've only got another load of trees or so left here. The rest of it has been mulched up, cleaned up for the most part, and is looking a heck of a lot better, and we got way more space out here now. So for the project, I did end up renting a tractor and mulcher. However, at around lunchtime today, it's 10:25. Around lunchtime today, it has to go back. So we're gonna get this load of trees in, get them sold, and then run that back before we get charged any additional money because it cost me $3,000 to rent, and I want to save every penny I can right now because we've got to fertilize the crops eventually, and there's an auction today. So if I want to buy anything, and I just took out a stop sign. Anyway, if I want to buy anything today, I gotta have as much money as possible, which hopefully selling the rest of the logs should bring in a little bit of money. All right, back out here at the lumber mill. We're gonna get this unloaded and see just how much money we're gonna have from this load. Hopefully it's a little more than the last because this trailer is a lot more full. And I will take that $26,000, actually over that, $26,727. That brings us up to $134,000, and we've still got a whole nother load of logs left. So we should be breaking 150 maybe. Now it looks like at the moment we have a good amount of money, but by the time we get the crops fertilized, and I'm still gonna have to buy a combine this year, we're not gonna be looking in too good of shape, but I guess we'll see what we can do. And back at the farm once again, I think I have enough time to get that last load of logs in before we take the tractor in. So once all the logs are cleaned off of this, we're gonna have to Harley rake all of it. And then I think because I have some extra seed, I want to plant this all to grass, ideally. And then obviously if we end up putting a shop out here, we'll have to lay down some gravel in that. And I don't know what the heck's going on here. Did I unhook this? Oh, apparently it was just glitching out. Now, so far, this little skid steer that I've bought has been great. However, its lifting capacity a little on the low side. But I have been able to somewhat manhandle these logs into getting them on the trailer. It's just a little tough. All right, final load of logs, heading out. I have now set myself a new goal for today. Don't get pulled over by the DOT. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be too happy to see this, but I don't know. We're still gonna try our luck anyway. And this turn is hard. I gotta fix that fence and widen the approach a bit. So our goal with selling all these trees is to make enough to cover the purchase of the skid steer that we did make for this particular project, but obviously we're gonna use it afterwards, and the rental of the tractor and mulcher, which is about $48,000, and so far we're pretty dang close and we should make that money back. All right, time to see what our grand total comes to. $56,000. That is another 21 grand added to the total. I will take that all day. So we made back our money and then some. So I think this gives me a good excuse to go spend some money at the auction, but that's not for a little bit yet, and we got more work to do. There should really be a car wash in this town because this truck needs it so bad. So I'm fixing to load up this tractor here. I just don't know if I can fit it on here with these log racks on. So I may have to take them off. I don't know. We're going to see. Oh, we can just barely clear. No, I don't think it's happening. Okay, I got to take these log racks off quick. Well, it took a little bit and the truck is overloaded, but got the log racks off and the John Deere's on, so I'm going to go return this and maybe see if I can find a car wash. Well, unfortunately, I had no luck with the car wash. I guess I'm just gonna have to wait till I get a pressure washer, but tractor is returned, so I can continue working on this. So I'm currently running the Harley rake over pretty much everything that's not already plowed up by the wood chipper. Kind of just tears up the soil a bit and makes it better for planting the new grass that we have planned to go in here. And since I don't currently have a cultivator, this is kind of my next best thing. Man, where's a GPS when you need it? That's what the tractor's nice for. Well, so far so good. I got pretty much all this done, other than a little chunk in the corner there. Oh, I missed a spot. There we go. Anyways, this Harley rake has been working amazing. I can't believe how good we made this little chunk of land look. It's gonna look a lot better after it's all planted with grass and stuff and then all landscaped again, but for now, it's looking pretty dang good. And that's it. I'm gonna call that good there, and just in time for me to leave for the auction. Oh man, this is rough. So I know there's going to be some haying equipment at this auction, and since we're really not going to have a lot to do other than fertilize the fields up until harvest, I think maybe I'll try to go for some of it, because back there, and I know some parts over here, we actually have a good amount of land that we could cut and possibly bale. So if it's going to be in the budget and it doesn't go for too much, I may try to pick some up. And if it makes us extra money over the downtime we have between planting and harvest, I'll take it. But just to be safe, I'm gonna leave the trailer here. That way I don't make any misguided purchases because I have the trailer handy. Well, it is pretty near the end of the day here, and I may have bought a few things. I gotta go and get the trailer. Oh, okay. Are you gonna... what's going on here? I don't know. Anyway, I gotta go grab the trailer. I did not spend a crazy amount of money. Surprisingly, everything at that auction went for decent market value, and it didn't really go too far over, so I'm happy with what I spent. But I gotta get the trailer first so we can get it back home. And let's just say the John Deere is not gonna be the only tractor on the farm now. Well, there it is, $13,000 down the drain, and I have secured everything I need to start a small haying operation. Now, you may be thinking, Austin, $13,000 for a haying operation? That's a steal, and you'd be kinda right. I got everything at, I guess, a good market value, but there's a reason why this equipment is so cheap. So starting off here, I bought a Ford 9M, and normally these things go for about $1,800 to $2,000. Now, I got this thing for $2,000. The ones that go for $18,000 aren't usually in good condition, but this one's in super good condition, so I kind of got it for a steal. The rake was $500, which is about normal market value. This haybine, I think, was about $6,500. Actually, no, this was $6,000. And then however much this was to round it up to $13,000, I forget the exact number off the top of my head, but this is all very old and very used equipment. Even though the paint is in decent condition, it's just it's old. And this haybine is pretty dang small. I believe this is like an 80s model or something. Anyways, the reason why I bought a smaller second tractor is because we kind of need something extra, and the John Deere is not really built for a rake this small, so this little Ford should work perfect. Anyways, I'm gonna get all this stuff unloaded, and then we're gonna try our hand at cutting some hay. I don't know how it's gonna go though. Now this 4455 should be able to run everything, no questions asked. It's got plenty of power. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to build myself a shop here soon. It's not the greatest storing everything on the side of the property. Now there was a combine at the auction, but it was just a little bit bigger than what I needed, and it went for a ridiculous amount of money. So I'm gonna try wait for a better deal, and hopefully we can get something eventually, because we're gonna need it. Look at that, we're cutting some grass. Essentially, if the tent is considered my home, we're cutting the front lawn at the moment. Now, normally haybines go for a lot more money, but this thing is so dang small, nobody really wanted it, other than one other guy, and I was able to get it pretty cheap because of that. So I'm not going to try cut every piece of the property, just the stuff that's easily accessible, because the last thing I need to do is take this tractor somewhere it's not supposed to be and get it stuck. That little Ford tractor is sure as heck not pulling it out. Maybe the pickup truck if it's not stuck too bad. But as far as these ditches go, 1 or 2 passes, that's all we're doing. If I slide in there, it's not going to be a good day. But I'm thinking if I can just get a couple bales off the fence lines and next to the waterways, it should be worth it. May have to change out the knives on this thing though, because it seems like they're getting a little dull. Maybe chipped in certain places too. But they'll work for this first cut. According to the weather, we may have some clouds rolling in. I hope we don't get rain, because that would definitely suck. Well, it is starting to get dark here, but I've got pretty much this side of the farm all kind of cut for what we can. We got a little bit left over here, and then I'm not sure what we have to cut across the river. I don't imagine there's too much there, but I'll go check it out anyway. Probably gonna finish this up and then carry on with the rest of this tomorrow. Give everything a chance to dry up a little bit. And I'm gonna call that good. So just hopping across the river here, looks like we've got a little bit along this field, and then maybe a little bit in the back there by the train tracks. Not a whole bunch. I actually thought there'd be more back here, but probably still a couple bales worth. Anyway, I think we're just gonna work with what we got for now anyway. Oh man, it is looking a little foggy. I think we got a little spritz of rain last night. Nothing too crazy, not to stop us from getting this hay baled today, but I was hoping we weren't gonna get any. I'm gonna try out this Ford here and see if this works on this rake. I'm assuming it will, but I guess we're gonna have to find out. So first we're just gonna TED this, that way it kind of all dries out. But unfortunately, this tractor is super slow with this rake, which sucks. But it is what it is. Oh, never mind. I found the fast gear. Oh boy, this is where we're cooking here. This is really fast. Almost too fast. Oh yeah, look at this. This is working sweet. I'm glad I found the high gear. So it's taken a while, but I have most of everything kind of raked up and tedded, except for around this other field here, but we're making some progress here. The tractor is unfortunately a bit slower when raking, so that kind of sucks. I can't go wicked fast, but we're getting it done. And by the looks of it, we should be getting quite a few bales. Okay, I'm gonna call that good enough. Everything's kind of raked up here. We're gonna try out this baler. I gotta check if there's twine in there, because there might not be, and I might have to go get some. Okay, yeah, as I figured, there's no twine, so I guess I'm gonna have to hop in the truck and run to town quick. Did I unhook the trailer? Nah, I'm just gonna leave it hooked up. The auction I went to was right by town. I should have just grabbed some then, but oh well. Oh man, I have got the trailer overloaded. Anyway, this costed us about 1,200 bucks. So not too bad. Also not very cheap, but it should last us for at least this year. We don't have too much to bale. Net wrap is loaded up and we are baling. As far as I know, we're making big bales, so I shouldn't have to stop and unload too often. Oh, nope, there's the small bales. This thing probably can't make the big bales anyway. So our count up to the moment is at 6. I've done most of the back half of the property. I've just got to get around this field, and then that's pretty much it. I guess I didn't cut as much as I thought I did, but oh well. I was kind of hoping for a full trailer of bales, but doesn't look like we're going to get that, but maybe half. I'm guessing if I did the entirety of the property around the other fields on the other side of the river there, we'd probably get a full trailer. But at this point, as long as we make our $13,000 back, which we should, we're in the profit. All right, last bale's done. The last one we did there only had about 7% in the bale, although it came out as a full-size bale, which is weird, but total count comes out to 10. I guess it's better than nothing. So I'm not too sure what hay is up to at the moment on price. I guess we're gonna have to find out. I hope it's a little bit. If we're looking at bad prices, that's not too good. Here's my go fast button. 9 miles per hour is not fun. So I've got the rest of the bales stacked up on the other side of the field. And I guess we didn't get as much as I thought we would, but 10's still a pretty good amount. Ooh, I may have to double stack some of these. I don't think the single row is gonna fit all the way down the trailer. Well, at least the skid steer can pick up 2 of them at a time. That's convenient. Close, but not quite. I gotta double stack one of them. Good enough for me. Probably should have put that towards the back of the trailer, but oh well. Oh man, January is the best time to sell, but it doesn't look like we're getting much better. Maybe a couple bucks more in January, so may as well sell them now. Well, I'm not too sure that entirely paid so well because our total came out to about $7,300. But if I had possibly cut the rest of the farm there, we probably would have been looking closer to that 13, so next cut we do will definitely pay for the rest of the hang equipment. So in the end, not as much as I hoped, but still pretty decent. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe, and goodbye.